This is EBMN2K. Put your screen on full view. Please put your screen on full view. Well, as I mentioned before, my baby girl Shakira loves to hear me tell her story times during pillow talk as we were tired in the bed for the evening. A lot of times my stories are so good that she recommends that I share them with her IG followers and my YouTube followers. Well, the story I would tell you now is one of those crazy stories, and I will share it with you for shits and giggles. Now, throughout my career, I always try to make myself valuable to my employer in multifaceted ways. I obviously perform above standard on capital projects as a productive team member and as a leader in the role of project manager. But in addition to my regular roles, I also volunteer my time to assist in recruiting and community public relations endeavors with my colleagues. Now, there was one particular volunteer moment that I participated in that I would never, ever forget. At the time, my company was promoting healthy eating to the youth in our community, and I accompanied my company's public relations director to schools to speak on the topic of healthy eating. Now, on one school visit, the PR director spoke particularly about unhealthy eating and the risk of obesity. I sat in the back of the class and listened while she spoke. Now, as she moved deeper on the topic of obesity, I could hear rumblings going on among students in the classroom. The rumblings were so obvious it caused my colleague to pause her presentation and ask what was going on. Now, one student spoke up and asked my colleague why was she keep referring to obesity because she is not here. Huh? Me and my colleague were both dumbfounded because we couldn't make out what he was referring to. Now, we were speaking on obesity, and he was referring to a classmate. Now, after a brief back and forth and questioning, we realized that the student was actually referring to a classmate whose name was actually obesity, and it was spelled A-B-C-D. Obesity. We were like, what in the hell? What mama named their child obesity and spelled it A-B-C-D? Now, when I finally realized what was going on, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry, y'all. I didn't. But one thing I did know, I damn sure had a story to tell once the day was over and I got home when I talked to my family and friends. Now, one person I called was my mom. I told her what had transpired at the school visit earlier that day and that I learned about an absent classmate whose name was obesity, spelled A-B-C-D. And everyone got her name confused with the topic at hand, obesity, spelled O-B-E-S-I-T-Y. Well, to my surprise, this story was not shocking to my mom. My mom, who was a school teacher at the time and experienced a similar story in her classroom. My mom wanted to explain to me what could have possibly happened. She heard my story and promised me that she could do me one better, y'all. Well, all right, y'all. Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready to hear her story? All right, here we go. Now, my mom said that she had a past student in her class before named Famali. That's right, Famali. And she thought, wow, that's an odd name to have. So she probed the student to find out the name's origin. When questioned, the student embarrassingly let out the truth. My mom explained when a child is born in the hospital, the mother may not have a name ready upon birth, and the nurse may put a bogus name in the space for name to close out the data entry file of the birth in the computer for the birth certificate. Now, in a lot of cases, they may use the word female for a girl, and they may use the word male for a boy. Now, in the case of my mom's student, her mom saw the word female on the birth certificate, interpreted what she saw as famale, and in turn named her newly born child Famale, y'all. Can you believe that? She named her child Famale because she misinterpreted the filler word female on the damn birth certificate, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, now let's go back to the obesity, shall we? So my mom explained that in the case of obesity, the exact scenario probably happened. The nurse put A, B, C, D in the space for the name on the birth certificate. Now the mom saw A, B, C, D and named her newborn child obesity. Let me repeat that again. The nurse put A, B, C, D in the space for the name temporarily on the birth certificate. But when the mom saw A, B, C, D on the birth certificate temporarily, she thought that would be a nice name to name her child. And so she said, I would name my child obesity. Spelled A-B-C-D. Man, listen, man. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot. You cannot. I thought I was about to tell my mom this unbelievable story that I had experienced. And damn it, she topped it. Yeah. She topped it, y'all. Well, there you have it. My quick story time. I told this story to Shakira during bedtime pillow talk, and she damn near fell on the floor, y'all. She damn near fell on the floor. This is just another chapter of the day in the life of Shakira and EBMN2K. And we both, along with obesity and famale, thank you for sharing this time with us. This is EBMN2K. Peace, and I'm out. This is EBMN2K. Shakira and I would like to thank you for sharing this premiere with us. We would like to send a special thank you for those sending us cash apps and super chats as a show of appreciation and support. Both of our cash app handles are in the title of this video and in the description box below. The super chat button is in the chat room below the chat room window. Feel free to leave Shakira and I a highlighted comment about this video or just to say hello with the super chat during this closing. Well, all right, this is EBMN2K. Peace, and I'm out.